Greetings everyone. Welcome to video number 5 in the project management series presented by Process Geekoid. So today's agenda will be going over the following: reviewing the PMBOK processes from last time, and also going over the second process, which is the Develop Project Management Plan process. This process occurs at the intersection of the integration knowledge area and planning process group. And as always, please subscribe, like, and comment. So let's move forward. As you can see, after getting approval and sign off on the project charter, the next step in the integration knowledge area here is develop project management plan. So we are planning and we're intending to deliver what we are going to do for the project. So we need to plan before we can execute, right? So after getting approval and sign off on the project charter, the next step in integration is to plan. And to recap, as the project team, we are aiming to deliver a product, service, or result within the constraints of time or schedule, cost or budget, scope, risk, and resources. So what exactly is the purpose of Develop Project Management Plan? Well, basically, this process is going to take in the project charter and other subsidiary plans to create an all-encompassing PM plan or project management plan. So think of the PM plan as a binder or shell of all subsidiary plans and baselines for defining, preparing, coordinating all of the subsidiary plans and integrating them all together. So this is a key point, because the PM plan main goal is to act as a single source of truth for planning a project and serves as a playbook for the project. So the PM plan is used to plan and control and close all subsidiary processes. Moving down here, so we are now going to go over the ITTOs, but before we do that, the crux of the PM plan process boils down to a famous saying by Benjamin Franklin. And he states, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. And this holds true in all projects, even in life. And it's really important that you plan before you execute. So that's why doing this process 100% will result in a successful project. So the ITTOs, inputs, tools, techniques, and outputs for the Develop PM Plan process are shown here. So for the inputs, we have Project Charter, which is coming from the Develop Project Charter process. And the other input here is outputs from other processes. So what that means is we have subsidiary plans and baselines coming from other processes. And these are scope management plan, schedule management plan, cost management plan, quality management plan, human resources or resource management plan, risk management plan, procurement management plan, and stakeholder management plans. They are all going to be the inputs here. As long as they are completed, they can be incorporated into the plan. The other inputs here, as always, are EEFs, Enterprise Environmental Factors, and OPAs, or Organizational Process Assets. EEFs are things that a project team cannot control, like company culture, government regulations, external competition, and OPAs are internal policies or procedures that a company has in place to ensure smooth operations. Next, we have tools and techniques. For tools, we have expert judgment. This could be in the form of an existing process, technical details from a previous project, internal historical records, industry standards, or internal SME resource who assists the PM in finalizing the project management plan. Remember, the project manager is actively participating and creates the plan along with other stakeholders and experts to gain a consensus before executing this plan. So we need to have sign off just like the charter before we can execute. So that's why the PM is being a part of this process and is still actively engaging everyone. The other piece here are the facilitation techniques. So this tool consists of 4 types of tools within it. And these are brainstorming, which is basically gathering the unfiltered gathering of ideas from all of the stakeholders. Next, we have conflict resolution, and these are considered as withdraw avoid, basically not doing anything. Smooth accommodate, or being one-sided to one party which is biased, and we don't want to do that. Force or direct an outcome, which is the worst outcome for a project. You don't want to force something into a project. That would result in a lot of stakeholder antagonism. Next, compromise reconcile is a lose-lose. Each party has to give up something to come to a mutual agreement. Problem solving and collaboration is the best type, as always, because we're trying to solve problems as a team. And also meeting management, making sure that ground rules are followed and sending meeting minutes to all attendees and relevant stakeholders. The output then is project management plan. This is now going to serve as the playbook for the project team for the rest of the project. Reason being, it contains all the plans and baselines that must be met throughout the project. Any changes to the original plan, specifically the baselines, will need a change request and feeds into perform integrated change control process for approval or rejection by the change control board. So a key note to make here is the project management plan coming out of this process serves as an input to all the subsidiary planning processes such as scope, cost, quality, human resources, communication, risk, procurement, and stakeholder management. This is really logical because the project management plan now is a binder that will contain all the subsidiary plans and baselines within it. So the last piece here that is really important to understand is to understand the difference between the project management plan and project documents. Simply put, anything that is not a subsidiary plan or baseline is a project document. And again, baseline is anything that has been approved by all the stakeholders. And we can see here the cost baseline is basically the approved budget along with the management reserves that are reserves set aside for unknown risks, and the cost baseline has all of the approved budgets for all control accounts along with contingency reserves or money set aside for known risks. So the cost baseline here consists of contingency reserves and also the budgets approved for all of the control accounts, along with management reserves, which is outside of the cost baseline. So the budget in itself is cost baseline plus management reserves. That's a very important point to make, which we'll talk later in the cost area. But the baseline, the key point here is any baseline is the approved version, and for that to change, it needs to have a change request risen by a stakeholder and sent to the change control board for approval or rejection. And the other piece here is project documents. So project documents can be thought of as a supporting document that can give further clarity to the baseline and plans. So we see here the procurement management plan, process improvement plan, all of these subsidiary plans and baselines are part of the plan, but the documents are separate from it. and the project document is supporting these baselines and plans, which are all housed under the configuration management system because it configures how the product, service, or result shall operate. So those are the key differences between project management plans and project documents. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, and comment this channel, and please leave any questions. Thank you for watching.